Okay. Good morning, children. So, today this is for class 8 standard. Subject is science, and the lesson number is 6. That is combustion and flame. So, today we are going to discuss about the topic that is what? Combustion and flame. Yes. So, let us start with the introduction. See, children, you use different kinds of fuels for various purpose at home. Yes. So, in industry and for running automobiles. Okay. So, most of the you might have seen the many types of fuels. Yes. See what fuels are used for running automobiles, and your list may contains that fuels like cow dung, wood, coal, charcoal, yes, petrol, diesel, and that is compressed natural gas, that is CNG, etc. Yes. So these are the some of the fuel that you might have seen. Okay. See, and also you are familiar with the burning of a candle. Yes. And what is the difference between the burning of a candle and burning of a fuels like coal? So maybe you are able to guess, right? That is, candle burns with a flame, whereas coal does not burn with a flame. Yes. So similarly, you find many other materials burning without a flame. Yes. So today in this class, let us study the chemical process of burning and the types of flame produced during this process. So this is the brief introduction about the combustion and flame. Okay. So let us start with the lesson, that is what? The combustible substances. Okay. See, the substances which burn in air and to produce heat and light, and which we are called as what? Combustible substances. Yes. The substance which produce heat and light, which we are called as what? Combustible substances. For example, that is wood, coal, charcoal, kerosene, petrol, diesel, liquefied petroleum gas, and compressed natural gas, etc. So these are those substances. When we burn these substances, means what will produce? It produce heat and light. Okay. For that purpose, we called these substances as combustible substances. Why we called these as combustible substances? Why? Why we called these substances combustible substances? Why? Because these produce, when we burn these things, they produce what? Light and heat. For that purpose we called it as what? Combustible substance. Then what do you mean by combustion? See, combustion is the chemical process. Combustion is the chemical process in which substance reacts with oxygen to produce heat, and which we are called it as what? Combustion. As you all know that in the atmosphere oxygen is present. Yes. So we use oxygen to breathe. Yes. So in this chemical process, what will happen? The substance, those are combustible substances, no, that substances which reacts with the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere, and they produce heat. So this is the chemical process of this which takes place, that we are called it as what? Combustion. Okay. So in this process we can also see that the combustible substance which undergoes combustion, which we are called as what? Combustible substances, and with the, and also we called it as what? Fuels. Okay. So these process can takes place only in fuels only. Okay. So in this process sometimes the light is also produced during this combustion, either as a flame or as a glow. Okay. So this is about what? The combustion. So what do you mean by combustion? Combustion is a chemical process. Okay. So the substance which reacts with oxygen and they produce heat, along with sometimes they also produce light. Okay. So the substance which undergoes this process, that combustion process, that we are called, that type of a substance which we are called as what? Combustible substances. Okay. See, for example, we can see, here we can see an activity that shows that air is very necessary, it is very necessary for the burning. Yes. So how? See, here is an experiment shows that fix a lighted candle on a table, okay, and put a glass chimney over the table and rest it on a few wooden blocks in such a way that so that the air can enter the chimney. So observe what happens to the flame. So now remove the block and let the chimney rest on the table. Again observe the flame. Okay. See, then put a glass plate over the chimney, observe the flame again, and then candle burns freely in A. So in table A we can see that because the air enters the chimney from below. Yes, so the air which can enter from the below and the candle stop burning in. And in part B, because air is does not enter the chimney from the below, so the candle does not burn in. Okay. So what happens in C cases? See, because air is not available, this shows that air is to burning. Okay. So this is an activity that shows that what? Air is necessary for burning. Okay. Air is necessary for burning. See, next is what? Ignition temperature. What do you mean by ignition temperature? See, the minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire and burns, which we are called it as what? Ignition temperature. See, those substances which take the temperature that they can catch fire. Okay. So the minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire and burns, which we are called it as what? Ignition temperature. See, a substance will not catch fire and burn if its temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. So the minimum temperature, okay, the minimum temperature at which in that temperature that substance can catch the fire. So what the minimum temperature that can have that substances know, that is what we are called as what? Ignition temperature. The ignition temperature is that can the substance can catch fire easily. Suppose the temperature which is the substance's temperature below its ignition temperature means it could not burn. Okay. See, so likewise what happens here? So the different substances have the different ignition temperature. You might have seen that wood, paper, when you burn paper it can catch easily. Okay, it can catch fire easily. Okay, when we take a matchbox stick, fire stick to near to paper means it immediately burns. What about in the case of wood? Okay, can we take a fire matchstick near to wood means it doesn't take fire. Why? Because we have to add a kerosene and all that, means then only it can catch fire. Yes. So why it is like so? Because of the ignition temperature of the wood and ignition temperature of the paper is different. Okay. So this is how this different substances have a different ignition temperature. Okay. See, the ignition temperature of kerosene is less than the ignition temperature of wood. Just now I told you that when you add kerosene to wood means it take immediately fire, it immediately burns. Yes. So likewise here what will happens, that what we can say that kerosene is less than the ignition temperature of wood. Okay. So the substance which have low ignition temperature, so the substances which have the low ignition temperature means what? Low means what here? It can catch fire immediately. Okay, it can catch fire immediately. At lowest temperature they can fire. Okay, that is just now I told you that when we take a match, the fire near to kerosene means what will happen, it will start burns. Yes, immediately it take fire. So that is how those substances which have the lowest ignition temperature, they can easily catch fire with the flame. So that we are called as what, that type of a substance which can take immediately fire with the lowest temperature, means having a lowest ignition temperature, means such a substance which we are called it as what here, that is what, inflammable substances. That is what, inflammable substances. See, for example, petrol, alcohol, LPG, CNG, etc. Yes, so these are those substances, they can fire immediately, okay, at the lowest temperature. A small fire, with the small fire only they catch fire immediately, they can burn immediately, okay. So that is how the ignition temperature work on with the different substances, okay. See, next is what conditions which are necessary for, the conditions which are necessary for the process of combustion, okay. See, what are the conditions? The conditions which are necessary for combustion are what? Fuel, okay, that is so the conditions necessary for combustion are fuel, air, heat. Heat means to raise the temperature beyond the ignition temperature. So a substance will not burn without 1 or more of the substances, okay. See, these are those conditions which are necessary for the process of combustion takes places, okay. First of all, we need fuel to burn, we need to takes place the process of combustion. So, and also the air. Why air? Why? Because it is very necessary the presence of oxygen to carry out the process of combustion. And also the heat. Heat means to raise the temperature beyond the ignition temperature, okay. We need to put a heat, we need to give extra heat to start burn, we need to give heat to takes place the process of combustion. Combustion which is nothing but what? To burn by using these conditions, that is what? Fuels, air and heat, okay. So one point you have to note, you have to notice that what? A substance will not burn without 1 or more of these conditions. In the presence of these conditions only we can see the burning, the process of burning or catching fire. With the presence of these things only, these conditions only, the process of combustion process takes place, okay. So now you may have to easily understand that these are the main conditions which are very necessary for the process of combustion takes place, okay. Next is what? How do we control the fire? How we can control the fire, okay. See how, because just now you have read about that what? The conditions which are very necessary for fire. Yes, what are those? That is, first one is fuel, air and also that is what? Heat. So these are the main conditions which are the main conditions the process of combustion takes place. Suppose when we remove these conditions, means what will happen? We can control the fire, okay. See, when we control these three things, these three conditions, means then we can control the fire. Yes, see, fire can be controlled by removing any one or more of these conditions, okay. See, for that purpose we use some things, we use, that is one of that what? Fire extinguisher, okay. See, one of the main thing, majorly we use this in industries or in companies or in school or at schools. So we use this fire extinguishers, okay. Why we use this? Because it can cut off the supply of air or brings down the temperature of the fuel or both and control the fire, okay. So this is one of the thing that we can control by use to control the fire, Okay. Next is what are the methods which we can control fire? So what type of a methods that we can use it to control the fire? Yes, so that is what, by using water. Okay, so generally you might have seen that wherever the fire catches means that you call immediately where, that is fire extinguishers. Yes, so they take and come the water tank to that there. Okay, so for that what will happen, it can control the fire. Okay, see, water is the most common fire extinguisher. Okay, one point you need to know that it can be used only when the materials like wood, paper, etc. Okay, this this water may use only when the when the things which burn like wood, paper, etc. are on fire. Okay, see, water cannot be used if electrical equipments are on fire, because water conducts electricity. Okay, and can harm those trying to put out the fire. Due to that reason, at home it catch fire means we call fire, we have to use water to control the fire. Okay, in other cases like industries, in companies, electrical industries, okay, in that case we should not use this water. Okay, why? Because it is a good conduct, it water can conduct the electricity. Okay, it conduct the electricity, it make harms to those trying to put out the fire. Okay, see, water cannot be used to put out oil. Okay, in other cases water, what will happen, we cannot be used to put out oil and petrol fires. Even in those cases also, in petrol bunks, the if in petrol bunks and oil cans there can catch fire means there also we cannot use water. Why? Because the density of water is what, it floats, that is why the density of the water is higher than the oil. Okay, due to that reason what will happen, oil to be sink and what that is water to be sink and oil to be float on the water. Okay, it float on the surface of the water, there it can catch fire easily, because the density of the water is what, see, the density of the water is, the density of the water is higher than the oil. Okay, so those density which are less means they can float. For that purpose what will happen, water, this oil is there, no, which float on the surface of the water. When it floats means what will happen, it can catch fire easily. Okay, see, another one method that we can use it, that what, by using carbon dioxide. So what is this? Carbon dioxide is the best fire extinguisher to put out fire caused by inflammable materials like oil. In other case, I told you that water we cannot use for in oil and fire on oil or any electrical appliances. Other than that, we can use this carbon dioxide. Why? Because it is the best fire extinguisher to put out fire caused by inflammable materials like oil, petrol and electrical equipments. Okay, see, this carbon dioxide is heavier than the air and it covers fire and cut off the supply of oxygen and put out the fire. Okay, see, this carbon dioxide there which is stored in the fire extinguisher material, in that, in at our house, I told you that at our house we can, in our house, in our schools we can see this fire extinguisher machine. Yes, so in that it can be stored. So what will happen, this carbon dioxide is work like a blanket. Okay, this carbon dioxide is there, no, it acts like a blanket. Okay, it covers the fire as a blanket. So if it covers a total fire means what will happen, it does not allow to enter oxygen inside. Okay, in that cases what will happen, suppose if the supply of oxygen is controlled means the fire can be decreased. Okay, so in that case we can use this carbon dioxide to control the fire. See, carbon dioxide is stored at a high pressure as a liquid in the cylinder. Okay, the cylinders, the fire extinguisher cylinder, we might have seen at in our school and that industries. Yes, the fire, and also the electrical appliances industries. There we can see this fire extinguisher cylinder. Okay, there it is stored in the form of the compressed natural gas. That is what, in the form of compressed, in this it is stored in a compressed stored at a high pressure as a liquid. It is stored as a liquid in cylinders. And also the chemicals like sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda, and potassium bicarbonate produce carbon dioxide near the fire. Okay, see here, carbon dioxide is a kind of a gas. There it is used to control the fire, where in such cases, where in what are the in what places they can use, that is in oil like petrol and electrical equipments. Okay, so in that case they may be use this carbon dioxide to control the fire. Okay, so this is stored in the cylinders, okay, at a high pressure. See, next is what, there are three types of a combustion. What are those? So there are main types of a combustions, that are rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, and explosion. So these are the three types of the combustion. First one is what, rapid combustion. It is a combustion in which substance burns rapidly and produce heat and light with the help of external heat. Okay, for example, like liquefied petroleum gas, LPG gas cylinder. Okay, so it can small we use at our home to start the gas stoves. To a small amount of a light we use, what, that is lighter we use. Okay, see, with the help of a little bit of a temperature only it can start fire. Okay, so such type of a substances which we are such type of a process of combustion, we call it as what, rapid combustion. For example is that what, LPG. Okay, so in which the substance burns rapidly. Okay, so it take little amount of a at a small amount of a ignition temperature they can catch fire. Another one is what, that is spontaneous combustion. See, spontaneous is the, see, it is a combustion in which a substance burns spontaneously and produces heat and light without the help of external heat. Okay, see, in this rapid combustion it is we should use, that is what, external of a heat. Means what, if we keep a LPG cylinder, means it cannot catch fire. It need a extra amount of a heat to start burn. Yes, so in this spontaneous combustion, in which the substance burns spontaneously and produces heat and light without the help of external heat. Okay, means what here, at the normal temperature only they can catch fire. Okay, at normal, without applying any external heat, at normal temperature they can catch fire at a spontaneously, and they give heat and light. Okay, for example, that is I told, for example is what, that is phosphorus. See, phosphorus is an element. Okay, so it is a non-metal, and this is stored, it reacts with oxygen rapidly, and it start fire, it start burn. Okay, it can catch fire in the presence of, at a normal temperature, and it reacts oxygen with rapidly. So for that purpose, these phosphorus which is not stored, which is stored in the water. Why? Because when we keep it phosphorus exposure to normal temperature, means what will happen, it catch fire. For that purpose it is stored in the water. Okay, so why? Because it reacts with oxygen very rapidly and it start burn. So phosphorus burns spontaneously at a normal temperature only. It need not have any external amount of a heat. Just at a normal temperature only they can catch fire by reacting with the oxygen. Next is what? Explosion. So explosion is a combustion in which a substance burns suddenly and produces heat, light and sound with the help of heat or a pressure. See, explosion is a combustion in which a substance burns suddenly and which produces heat and sound with the help of heat and pressure. So this is example for explosion is that what? Crackers. Okay, on applying heat and pressure it can catch fire. Okay, it start burn. So this is what? The types of combustion. So here is the pictures shown that the types of a combustion. See, this is what? A rapid combustion means it can catch fire a little amount of a temperature. See, it is what? A spontaneous combustion means it does not need any external heat. Okay, at a normal temperature only it catch fire. So that is the example is what? The best example this spontaneous combustion is what? That is what? Phosphorus. What is that? Phosphorus. Yes, sir. See, and another one is that explosion. Okay, it produce sound, heat and light by applying extra amount of a heat and that is pressure. Okay, so this is about what? The types of temperature. Next is what? Flame. What is this flame? See, flame is it is the zone of a combustion of a substances. It is one of the zone of combustion of a combustible substances. Those substances which can take the process of combustion, no, that substance is one of the zone of this combustion. Okay, so that is what we are called it as what? Flame. See, the substances which vaporize during burning produce flames. So the process of burning takes place, no, at that time what will happen? It get vaporized. See, for example, like kerosene and wax. So these are the combustible substances. When we burn these substance means they get vaporized. Okay, they get vaporized. So that is at how? What is the zone of that? That is what? Flame. So at the zone of flame they get vaporized. Okay, see, substances which do not vaporize during burning do not produces flame. Okay, so those substances which do not vaporize during burning means they do not produce flame. So for example, like coal and charcoal etc., these are those what? They do not get vaporized but they do not produce any flames. Okay, so this is about what? The concept, that is what? Flame. See, this is a structure of a candle that can shows. The first one is what? The outermost, the upper part which we are called it as what? Hottest part. Okay, this is what? Outer zone. Which color it is? Blue. Okay, see, we can heat any substance means we use only, it work only the upper part of this. Okay, this is this color. If we put a flame means it must and should be blue color only. Why? Because there only the process, the complete combustion process takes place only this upper part. Okay, so this is which color it is? Blue color. Okay, so the flame must and should be on which condition? At in blue color. Okay, if it is in blue color means it is the combustion is completely, the process which takes the combustion process completely takes places, then only we can heat any other substances. So you might have seen that at your home, that is the stove, that is the stove color, that is the flame of stove color always should be in at a blue, that is blue color. Okay, why it is blue? Because in that condition only we can heat other things. Okay, so this is the hottest part, and the moderately hot, that is middle zone, that is what, yellow. Here the combustion process partial, not a completely, means it does not to be complete the process of combustion means. See, and third least hot, that is what, inner zone. See, unburnt wax vapors. So the in below they should not take complete, that is the process of combustion that does not takes place where they do not get any burn. Okay, so this is means unburnt wax, we can say that. So this is about what, the structure of the candle flame. See, next is what, here is explanation given, that outer zone, middle zone and inner zone. So in the outer zone, see, in the outer zone what will happen, the complete combustion of the complete combustion fuel takes place, and the color of the flame is blue. Okay, see, flame is blue and is the hottest part of the flame. It is the non-luminous part of the flame. It is the non-luminous part of the flame. Next is what? See, luminous and non-luminous. What do you mean by this luminous and non-luminous? About this you have already studied at class 6. Okay. So, the substance which do not produce their own light. Okay. That we are called as what? Non-luminous. Luminous means which produce their own light. So, here the outer zone is the outer zone of the combustion is what? The non-luminous part of the flame. And next is what, in the middle zone the partial combustion of a fuel takes place and color of the flame is what? Yellow, and it is moderately hot part of the flame, and it is the luminous part of the flame. Okay, see, next is what, in the inner zone there are unburnt vapors of the fuel and the color is black, and which is least hot part. Next is what, there are different types of fuels that we can see. What are those? That is solid fuels, liquid fuels and see, solid fuels we can see that wood, coal and charcoals. And what about liquid? That is kerosene, petrol, diesel, and these are the gaseous fuels, that is CNG, LPG, biogas, hydrogen. So these gases which are stored in the cylinders. Okay, see, CNG, LPG, biogas, hydrogen, these are stored in cylinders. Okay, even petrols. So why? Because it is a gas which can compressed. So gases nature is that it can be compressible. Okay, so the more amount of a gas we can store in the cylinder, a small cylinder. Okay, when it burst means what will happen, it could be a rapid fire, we can see. Why? Because in that small cylinder we can store a many amount of a gases. Yes, so these gases which are stored in the form of cylinders. Okay, so these are what, these are the solid fuels, means solid. Why we called? Because it catch fire. Okay, and the kerosene, that is liquid fire, that is liquid fuels. Okay, so these are some types of fuels there we can see. Next is what are the characteristics that we can say that is a good fuels. Okay, the first one, what, it is readily available. Next is what, it is very cheap and it is easy to store and store, that is it is easy to store and transport. It is very difficult to transport coal and all to compare with the gases in the form of, that is what, cylinders. Okay, so gases can be stored in a small cylinder, and it is very easy to store and also to transport. Yes, see, and next is what, burns at a moderate rate, means it can burn at a moderate rate, and they produce large amount of a heat. Okay, and they does not leave behind any undesirable substances, and those fuels which we are used now, that we cannot cause the pollution. Okay, so some of the pollution, some of the fuels are there, when we burn that fuels means that may causes the pollution. Okay, so this is what the calorific value of a fuel. So means calorific value means what is here, it is the amount of a heat, see the amount of a heat, the amount of a heat energy produces on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel. Means what, how much amount of a heat here, the amount, how much amount of a heat which are necessary to complete combustion of 1 kg of fuel. See that calorific of a fuel which we can express in what, kilojoule per kg. Means here what, how much amount of a heat energy produces on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel. Okay, see here is what, that we can express in what, we can, the calorific value of a fuel can be expressed in kilojoule per kg. So the list is given that what calorific value of some fuels. For example, that what, cow dung cake. Okay, means it take how much of a temperature, that is 6000 to 8000 kilojoule per, it takes this much of a energy to complete 1 kg of cow dung cake. Okay, and also the wood see is here great, it take, that is highest temperature, that is what, that is 17,000 to 22,000. Compared to cow dung cake, it take more amount of a temperature to complete 1 kg of a wood. Okay, so likewise here is given some of the fuels that it take, what amount of a temperature they, what amount of a temperature that take to complete 1 kg of these fuels. So hydrogen has the highest calorific value among all fuels. Why? Because it take more temperature to burn. Okay, it take more temperature to take the process of combustion. So this is what the calorific value of fuel. Next is what, harmful effects on the environment during burning of the, due to the burning of fuels. So what happens when we burn the fuels means, how it harmful to atmosphere and also the living soul. See fuels like wood, coal, petroleum release unburnt carbon particles which causes respiratory diseases like asthma. Okay, see when we burnt these things now means it produces carbon dioxide, that is unburnt carbon particles. This unburnt carbon particles may cause the respiratory diseases like asthma. And also the incomplete combustion of a fuels release carbon monoxide. Where we can see this carbon monoxide? Vehicles. Okay, the most of the amount carbon monoxide can be released by the vehicles. Okay, and also some industries. Okay, see what will happen, some of the fuels properly not burn means incompleting burning, where they do not burn completely. So under such condition what will produce, this carbon monoxide which produce. So this is a very poisonous gases. Okay, it is the carbon monoxide is there, no, it is the very poisonous gas and which is very poisonous, and this can be caused that death. Okay, so how much effect on this means what, it may sometimes, it may for this it may cause the death. Okay, so for that purpose we used to, nowadays it is going on that vehicles are not, we cannot see on the road. Why? Because of this lockdown. One, it should be one of useful for, it is the useful for the atmosphere. Why? Because by this also we can control the increasing of that, releasing of that harmful gases. Yes, so by this corona maybe it is, it may be it is very effectful, that it is the situation we are going, it is very difficult, but in some condition, in some way it is also maybe using for the living sources and also the human being. Yes, by this it can be it can controlling the global warming, so it is useful for the living things. Yes. See, next is what? Burning of most fuels release carbon dioxide gas, which causes rise in temperature of the atmosphere, and this is called as what? Global warming. Okay. See, as you know that we release carbon dioxide. Okay. So this carbon dioxide, I told you that what? See, carbon dioxide, one of the, what is the function of this carbon dioxide is means what? See, when the sun rays when sun rays reach to earth means it get reflected, the rays get reflected back. Okay. See, suppose the reflected rays when reach the sun means we could not get any harmful. See, these carbon dioxide is there, no, this gas trap on the atmosphere. See, once it trap on the atmosphere means, atmosphere means what will happen, it does not allow to light rays to reach sun. Okay. For the, so in that condition what will happen, the reflected rays to be in only at the atmosphere, it could be present only, it could be remains at the atmosphere. By this what will happen, the reflected rays also settled at the atmosphere. By this it could increases the amount of the temperature level in the atmosphere. So by that, by this purpose, it may causes the, it may increases the global warming. So if the temperature level becomes increases in the atmosphere means what will happen, it will causes the melting of polar ice and rise in sea level and also the flooding of coastal areas. So this may, these many causes may, we can be seen that by this carbon dioxide. Okay. See, this is one of the main thing that by releasing carbon dioxide we get, we may to face this kind of a effects. Okay. And that what? Burning of a coal, petroleum release oxides of a sulfur and nitrogen. Okay. See, burning of a coal and petroleum releases oxides of a sulfur and nitrogen. When we burn, see, sulfur and nitrogen. So when we burn this coal and petroleum, no, these releases, these oxides releases, that is what? Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. So when these oxides get dissolved in rainwater means what will happen, they produce sulfurous acid and nitrogen acid. Okay. See, this by burning coal and petroleum, they release oxides of, that is sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. When these oxides get dissolved in water means what? They produce acids. Yes, and these may cause the acid rain. What? Acid rain. So these sulfur oxides and nitrogen oxides, which we are also called it as what? That is acid gases. Okay. Why? Because when these oxides get dissolved in water means they produce their acids, that is sulfur oxide get to produce what? Sulfurous acid, and another one is what? The nitrogen oxide get dissolved, that get react with water means what? Sulfur dioxide get react with water, what will produce? That is acid produce, sulfurous acid. So this acid may cause the atmosphere. Okay. So you may heard that, you might have seen that Taj Mahal is one of the, okay, 7 wonders, it takes 7 wonders. Okay. It may cause by this, so it can be damaged by this acid rain. Due to that reason, what will what government see in that, near the industries, that's Taj Mahal, near the Taj Mahal there are many industries are there. So it could be removed, it could be cancelled to in the far, the government noticed that near the Taj Mahal cannot be there, should not be there any industries. Why? Because so it, by this what will happen, this acid rain, it may causes the marbles. okay, it could damages the marbles, and also which affects the fertilizers and also human being. Yes, so it is the harmful for crops, soils, and damages buildings. Okay, I told you that at Taj Mahal. So by this purpose only, that by this acid rain, Taj Mahal's marble is getting damaged. Due to that reason, government noticed that near the Taj Mahal, no industries should not be there. Okay, so this is about what the harmful, how the how when we burn the fuels means how it get harmful to environment. Okay, so this is about your lesson that completes. Okay, thank you.